Yesterday I said we will hear today about Balaram Rasa Yatra, but I was wrong. I was seeing calendar some days back and I remembered something is on Tuesday and something is on Thursday, but it is on next Tuesday that Bhagavat Maharaj Disabena Shanta Maharaj, and on Thursday, this Thursday is Balaram Rasa Yatra. So I mistook it today. So I'm sorry for that. That was my mistake. We are continuing to hear SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. Yesterday we heard how yogi will meditate on Paramatma. Thereafter, the yogi should merge his mind by his unalloyed intelligence into the living entity, and then merge the living entity into the super self, means on transcendental platform. And by doing this, the fully satisfied living entity becomes situated in the supreme stage of satisfaction, so that he ceases from all other activities. When we are engaged with the service of Supreme Lord, then all other activities out of false ego, they automatically are not there anymore. That is the only way how we can be rescued from other activities and reactions. Nayatra kalo nimisham parah prabhu kuto no deva jagatam ya ishire nayatra sattvam narajas tamascha navai vikaro namahan pradhanam. In that transcendental state of labdo pashanti, there is no supremacy of devastating time which controls even the celestial demigods, who are empowered to rule over mundane creatures. Nor is there the mode of material goodness, nor passion, nor ignorance, nor even the false ego, nor the material causal ocean, nor the material nature. So this labdo pashantir. Here it is. This is from previous verse, this word. Labda means one who attained. Upashanti. Here Srila Sai Maharaj translated as full bliss. You will find in Upanishads Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So our Gurudev explained this Shanti, this peace, is not negative type of peace as people in this world they understand. When there are no wars, there is peace. No wars, cessation of all wars and disturbances, that they think it is peace. But this Shanti, it is positive peace. It is transcendental bliss. Gurudev told, we have so many desires, worldly desires. So when we fulfill, then we get temporary relief from that suffering of unfulfilled desires. So that we think is happiness, but it is not. Actual peace and bliss has a positive meaning in relation to Supreme Lord. So there or here, Shanti means bliss, rasa, which one gets by serving Krishna. And there is no fear of falling down. Yogis and Gyanis, they always fear that Maya will catch them. They are not peaceful. And also they have desire for liberation and for mystical powers, That is why you will find in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu told, Krishna Bhakta Nishkama Ataev Shanta, Bhukti Mukti Siddhikami Sakoli Ashanta. Pure devotee of Krishna is Nishkama. He has no selfish desires. Ataev Shanta. That is why he is peaceful. All his desires are fulfilled. He is fully happy in the service of Krishna because that is natural happiness. But Bhukti Mukti Siddhikami, those who want material enjoyment, those who want liberation, those who want mystic powers, they are all disturbed. They are not peaceful because selfish desire is still there, false ego. So this Shanti can be gotten only by pure devotees, positive bliss, Shanti. You will find Buddhists, they are also after peace. They are doing certain practices by which to remove their material desires and thereby also this worldly ego, so they are getting some sort of peace after giving up calm by merging into Prakriti. But that is not full peace. The Atma is not satisfied. Also Gyanis, they want to merge into Brahma Jyoti, and yogis, they want to merge in Paramatma. There also, that is superior to Buddhist attainment, but there also is not full fulfillment, as Vyasadeva showed. It was not fully. Only when Jiva is in eternal relation with Krishna, loving relation in the service, then he can be peaceful. There is no fear of falling down, and peace in the sense that all his desires are fulfilled. He is fully fulfilled. There nothing more to be hankered and no fear of losing like this. So, Labda Upashanti, one who has attained full bliss. So here it is explained in this verse, in that transcendental state of Labdo Pashanti, there is no supremacy of devastating time. In this world, everyone is under the pressure of time. We are always under pressure. Here, time is supreme, is controlling everything. But in that transcendental state, you are above this time, so there is no pressure. And no birth, no death, no loss, all this, what we are experiencing in this world. So there is not this time, past, present, future, and all the time moving. There is also time, but it is undivided present only, which controls even the celestial demigods. Up to Brahmaloka, where Brahma resides, time is controlling everything. Brahma also has to die. He has long life, but he also has to die and lose position and all this. Who are empowered to rule over mundane creatures, this worldly, we are dependent on them. They can control us. That is why you will find in Varna Ashram Dharma, because one devotee, some days back, he was asking me in relation to one verse, one commentary in Gita. There, Madhavendra Puri said, "Oh, Sandhya, 3 times Sandhya, Vandana of Brahmins, and my respect to Pitris, my respect to demigods. Sorry, please excuse me, I cannot give you my respect, because whenever I sit down, always I remember Krishna." So then the devotee was asking me, why devotee would not respect demigods? He's respecting everyone. Why not? Why he is telling here? Then I told him that when someone is on the platform of Varna Ashram Dharma following, he has certain duties. So there you will find we are indebted to Pitris. Those are predecessors, family, father, mother, grandfather, Pitris. We are indebted to them because we got that knowledge and some inheritance like this. Many things we got from them. So there is some process of like yearly Shraddha ceremony and other some rituals to pacify Pitris in Pitriloka. And also we are indebted to demigods because we are getting sun, shine, air, water, all this is controlled by them, rain, by Indra. So out of gratitude and to pay that back, debt, there is some procedure. You have to do certain yagyas for demigods and other processes are there in Varnashana system. But when one comes to the platform of pure devotion and he is directly engaged in the service of Krishna by Shravan Kirtan and Smaran, here Madhavendra Puri said, always, whenever I sit, always I remember Krishna. So one who is 24 hours engaged in the service of Krishna by Kirtan, Smaran, or other devotional forums, he is watering at the root of a tree. So for him, there is no need of doing all those processes because he accomplishes everything by this. All devas, pitris, bhutas, other living entities, we are indebted to them. All debts one clears by worshipping Krishna. It is there in Bhagavatam. So what here Madhavendra Puri meant is, I cannot give you my respect in the sense of that type of respect, like doing Shraddha every year, doing yagyas for demigods. In that way, he cannot. So please excuse me, I cannot give you respect in that way. But that does not mean that he is not respecting them. He is always engaged in the service of Krishna. So he need not do all those practices because automatically he accomplishes. And he is respecting all living entities in relation to Krishna. And he's serving all and respecting all in relation to Krishna. So I said the two levels of practice are here mentioned. So when Madhavendra Puri says, demigods, I cannot give you my respect, means that type of worship of demigods which is prescribed in Varnashana Dharma. So these demigods, they are controlling us and we are dependent on them. Like for rain, for water, all this. So they are above us. They are empowered by Krishna to provide these things and to administer all us. But they also, although they are superior to us and they are controlling us, they are ruling over us, they are also under the influence or control or rule of time. But one who is on Labdo Pashanti, means transcendental platform in the service of Krishna, he is above influence of time. Nor is there the mode of material goodness, nor passion, nor ignorance. That is Nirguna plane, no material qualities. That is Vishuddha Sattva, pure Satya, not material Satya, nor even the false ego. I am Brahmin, I am. That is in Varnashana Dharma. But those who are outside the Varnashana Dharma, they think I am man, I am woman, I am transgender, or this also is there. I am old, all this is there. This country, that country. Nor the material causal ocean, that is Prakriti, material energy in unmanifest state, tranquil state. Buddhists, they merge into that. No creation, no action, viraja. So this transcendental plane is beyond viraja, nor the material nature, that Prakriti. That is totally beyond. In that plane, we can be actually happy. Param padam Vaishnavam amananti tat yan neti neti ti atat utsisrikshava visrijya doratmyam ananya sohrida hridopa guhyarha padam pade pade. The transcendentalists desire to avoid everything godless, for they know that supreme situation in which everything is related with the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Yes. They know that supreme situation in which everything is related with the Supreme Lord Vishnu. They know that sort of realization, vision. That is proper vision. Deviation from that vision, we are seeing material like diversity. We are not seeing one non-dual truth. Everything is Krishna. Everything is related to Him. When we are not seeing oneness of everything in relation to Krishna, means we are in Maic perception, and we are having this non-eternal relation. He's my wife, she's my wife, he's my son, like this we are seeing. But those who are transcendentalists, they don't see like that. They see all matter is energy of Krishna. All jivas, they are energy of Krishna. They belong to Him. Therefore, a pure devotee who is in absolute harmony with the Lord does not create perplexities, but worships the lotus feet of the Lord at every moment, taking them into his heart. If we are in connection with Supreme Lord, then there is no suffering, all bliss only, because Krishna is all existence, all knowledge, all bliss, everything. Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained, even these worldly, like soldiers, when they are in war, they know they will die or they will have to suffer like this, but still they have some inner happiness. I'm doing it for my country. So they don't mind that suffering. They don't feel that suffering because of this thought, I'm doing for my country. So what to speak that if even in this worldly we have some semblance of this, what to speak of someone who is constantly serving Supreme Lord, that he would feel any kind of suffering. Something may be happening to his body or mind like this, but he will not feel that, because our Gurudev told his mind is fully engrossed in serving Krishna. He's fully engaged in service of Krishna. He's getting that transcendental bliss. So nothing can disturb him in this world. Totally nothing. He does not create perplexities, but worships the lotus feet of the Lord at every moment, because he realized his eternal relation with him. Krishna is eternal. I am eternal in relation to him. Our relationship is eternal. So all the time he is worshipping him. Kirtanya Sadahuri. After anarthas go away and ignorance, offenses, all this, when you are fixed in your relationship with Krishna, all the time serving, that is Nishta. So then at every moment he's serving Krishna. And he can have no suffering anymore. Because Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam. Third verse of Shikastaka, which is Nishta, corresponds with this effect of Harinam Sankirtan, that all forest fire of material existence, suffering, threefold miseries, birth, death, old age, disease, all this is gone for such a devotee. Does not suffer. Although outwardly we may see, but he is not suffering. We may think like that, but it is not. He is not suffering. Itham munis tu paramet vyavastito vijnana drik virya suran ditashaya sva parshnina pidya gudam tato nilam staneshu shat su na mayech jita klama. By the strength of scientific knowledge, one should be well situated in absolute realization and thus be able to extinguish all material desires. One should then give up the material body by blocking the air hole through which stool is evacuated with the heel of one's foot and by lifting the life air from one place to another in the 6 primary places. That is yogic practice, mechanical practice. There are 5 types of pranas in the body, udana, apana, vyana, 5. Each has certain function. When they are disturbed, then there is disease. So by pranayama you can be freed from diseases if you properly do. And there is one chief prana also there. That is controlling all other 5 pranas. And that prana is controlling all the senses. That description you will find in Upanishads. Nabhyam stitam hridi adiropya tasmat udana gatyor asitam nayan munih tato nu sandaya dhiya manasvi swatalu mulam shanaker nayeta. The meditative devotee should slowly push up the life air from the navel to the heart, from there to the chest, and from there to the root of the palate. He should search out the proper places with intelligence. That is Swadhisthana Chakra, Manipuraka Chakra, Anahata Chakra, and Vishuddhi Chakra. Tasmat Bruvor Antaram Unayeta Niruddha Saptayatano Napeksha Stitva Muhurtardham Akunta Drishtir Nirbidya Murdan Visrijet Paramgata. Thereafter, the Bhakti Yogi should push the life air up between the eyebrows and then, blocking the 7 outlets of the life air, that is prana, he should maintain his aim for going back home, back to Godhead. If he is completely free from all desires for material enjoyment, he should then reach the cerebral whole and give up his material connections, having gone to the Supreme. That is by yoga practice. Here, from this portion, he will go to Supreme. This process also one has to do very carefully. If there is any mistake, then if this air goes out from your ear, then you will become mad, crazy. I heard from one devotee, he told me he met one such person. He was doing yoga, so that you have to do very carefully under the guidance of realized yogi, and very carefully you have to do. Jnanis and yogis, they are more connected with gross body and subtle that mind. So our Gurudev told, if you commit any mistake in that practice, then you will directly get some disease. But he said, even those who are practitioners of pure devotion, if they do not do under the guidance of Shuddha Bhakta, they may also get some diseases. Gurudev told. Now I am telling that because if someone does not do according to his capacity and some disbalanced way, and he like will chant, I know one devotee, he was chanting more than 100 rounds every day, like very, but then he became proud and also so disbalanced that later on he left everything. So such persons, they may also, like due to lack of sleep or disbalance, they will not take care of their body properly, and they are not on liberated platforms. So many things may happen, also diseases or like this, if someone does not do balanced practice or what he should do according to the desire of Krishna. So under the guidance of pure devotee, we have to practice. Then we can progress without obstacles. Otherwise, problems we may create even by this practice if we do it wrongly. Yadi prayasyan nripa parameshtyam vaihayasanam utayat viharam ashtadhi patyam guna sanivaye sahaiva gachen manasendriyaischa. In relation to previous, like, or someone sometimes due to immaturity, he thinks he's very much qualified, and he thinks I can also do, like I will also do bhajan like 6 Goswamis did. He's not on that level of devotion on that transcendental platform, but he falsely thinks like that, false ego. So if he will try to do as Goswamis did, like staying under tree, eating only very little, sleeping very little, then he will also get problem because he's not on that stage. He will get diseases and he will be frightened and disturbed, and for some time maybe he can give some effort, but it cannot last long. So in this way, that is why under the guidance of bona fide realized Guru, we have to do practice. He will know how to engage us according to our time, place, circumstance, and capacity, so that it will be progressive for us and in a balanced way. So here, however, O king, if a yogi maintains a desire for improved material enjoyments, like transference to the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, or the achievement of the eightfold perfections, travel in outer space with the Vaihayasas, or a situation in one of the millions of planets, then he has to take away with him the material molded mind and senses. Here Sai Maharaj is explaining about difference between yogis and pure devotees, that pure devotees, they engage all their senses in the service of Krishna, so there is no danger. But otherwise there is danger. Senses require engagement. And when the senses are engaged totally in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, they have no chance to become contaminated by material infections. So, but if some yogi has this desire to enjoy these things mentioned, then he will have to take his senses. Yes. The yogi can, however, easily fulfill his desire by going there with the present materialistic mind and senses. The prime inclination of the materialistic mind is to lord it over material nature, and all the siddhis mentioned above are features of domination over the world. The devotees of the Lord are not ambitious to dominate a false and temporary phenomenon. On the contrary, a devotee wants to be dominated by the supreme predominator, the Lord. A desire to serve the Lord, the supreme predominator, is spiritual or transcendental, and one has to attain this purification of the mind and senses to get admission into the spiritual kingdom. One may enjoy through his senses. Someone may want to renounce everything, but both is unnatural. Only natural thing is everything should be engaged in the master of everything, that is Krishna, that will be purified state, tat paratana nirmalam, and there is no fear in that situation of falling down or anything. Yogeshwaranam gatim ahur antar bahis trilokya pavanantar atmanam na karma bistam gatim apnuvanti vidya tapo yoga samadhi bhajan. The transcendentalists are concerned with the spiritual body. As such, by the strength of their devotional service, austerities, mystic power, and transcendental knowledge, their movements are unrestricted within and beyond the material worlds. The fruitive workers or the gross materialists can never move in such an unrestricted manner. You will find the Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained in Jiva-dharma, Shastra is like Kamadhin, wish fulfilling cow. What you desire, it will fulfill. So someone who wants material benefits, Shastra will give him those. You do this yagya, you will go to there, and you will get that. Some, they will interpret Shastra in the way of Gyan for getting liberation, some for yoga like this. And devotees, they will get devotion. So all Shastra you can interpret in different ways according to qualification. Like in Bhagavad Gita, some acharyas, they have shown that Krishna is speaking about gradual procedure and coming to Bhakti Yoga. And Srila Sai Maharaj or Advaita Acharya, he explained every verse of Bhagavad Gita as related to pure devotion. That is also possible. Pure devotees, they can interpret like that. Here also, although the topic is about yoga, but Sai Maharaj is speaking about bhakti, even from this verse. It is also possible, it is not wrong, because Sai Maharaj is so compassionate, being pure devotee. He is all the time trying to encourage everyone to accept the service of Krishna without losing any time or this. You all the time you fix your mind on bhakti yoga. So the yogis, they can unrestrictedly move in this world and beyond, but those who are gross materialists cannot move in such an unrestricted manner. Vidya tapo yoga samadhi bhajam. Vaishvanaram yati vihaya sa gata sushumnaya brahma patena shochi sha viduta kalko thaharer udastat prayati chakram nripa shaishumaram. O king, when such a mystic passes over the Milky Way by the illuminating Shushumna, that is spine, that nadi, to reach the highest planet Brahmaloka, he goes first to Vaishvanara, the planet of the deity of fire, wherein he becomes completely cleansed of all contaminations. And thereafter he still goes higher to the circle of Shishumara to relate with Lord Hari, the personality of Godhead. Shishumara, here, same understanding, local residential planet of the personality of Godhead, of Kshirodakashai Vishnu. You will find this also in the Upanishads, how it will go to fire, to sun, to moon, and that period. And when he will reach to Prajapati, that is on that Brahmaloka, and lightning is also there. There are like 7 or something places. Then from Brahmaloka of Brahma, that demigod, from there some divine Vaikuntha persons, they will take him to Vaikuntha. If he is to reach liberation in Vaikuntha, then from there they will take him. And there is another path. By that path you will be again born in this world. But that path leads to liberation. But it is mentioned, this is for Gyanis and Yogis. They are going. But for those who are pure devotees, they can go directly. They need not go through all those stages. Krishna will send directly his personal associates for those who are practicing pure devotion and they attained it before dying. They should not be worried. You will find in Vedanta Sutra, they will go directly. Otherwise, if not yet ready, they are sadhakas, then they will take another birth, but they will get that facility to continue their bhajan. in family of devotees or like this. Tad Vishwanabhim Tvati Vartya Vishnor Aniyasa Viraje Nat Manaika Namaskritam Brahmavidam Upaiti Kalpa Yusho Yad Vibhuda Ramante. The Shishumara is the pivot for the turning of the complete universe, and it is called the navel of Vishnu. Here means Garbhodakashai Vishnu. The yogi alone goes beyond this circle of Shishumara and attains the planet Maharloka, where purified saints like Bhrigu enjoy a duration of life of a very big number. I don't know how much this is. It 4,300,000,000,000 solar years, if I'm correct. Very long number. This planet is worshipable even for the saints who are transcendentally situated. That Maharloka, to attain Maharloka, it is not so easy. Not impossible, but it is not so easy. You need that type of purification. But even this Maharloka and Janaloka, Tapaloka, Brahmaloka, devotees, they are never interested. If Krishna wants to place them there, they have no problem. Or if he wants to place them in hell, they have no problem. Or animal or whatever. Only they want his service. Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, Svarge banirohe, taba bhakti rohu bhakti vinoda hridoye. Poshu poke hoye thaki svarge banirohe. I may be bird or beast or in heaven or in hell, I don't mind that. But taba bhakti rohu bhakti vinoda hridoye. Let me have in my heart devotion to you. That is my only prayer, not for anything else. Atho anantasya mukha nalena dandahyamanam saniriksha vishvam niryati siddheshwara yushta dishnyam yat dvai parardyam tat uparameshtyam. At the time of the final devastation of the complete universe, that is, the end of the duration of Brahma's life, a flame of fire emanates from the mouth of Ananta, Shesh, Nag, from the bottom of the universe. The yogi sees all the planets of the universe burning to ashes, and thus he lives for Satyaloka by airplanes used by the great purified souls. The duration of life in Satyaloka, that is in Brahmaloka, is calculated to be, again, it is very long number. I don't know how to say this number. It is 15,480,000,000,000 years. But in millions and these billions, I don't know how to. Yes. So when there is universal dissolution, total one, they will go by airplane from Maharloka to Satyaloka. And then there it is written in Vedanta that then they will be liberated with Brahma at the end of his life, if they are devotees. Na yatra shoko na jara na mrityur nartir na chodvega rite kutaschit yachit tato dah kripayanidam vidam duranta dukkha prabhavanu darshanat. In that planet of Satyaloka, there is neither bereavement, nor old age, nor death. There is no pain of any kind, and therefore there are no anxieties, save that sometimes, due to consciousness, there is a feeling of compassion for those unaware of the process of devotional service who are subjected to unsurpassable miseries in the material world. They want to help those. One second. Tato vishesham pratipadya nirbhayas tenatmanapo nala murtir atvaran jyotirmayo vayu upetya kale vayu atmana kham brihat atmalingam. After reaching Satyaloka, the devotee is specifically able to be incorporated fearlessly by the subtle body in an identity similar to that of the gross body, and one after another he gradually attains stages of existence from earthly to watery, fiery, glowing and airy, until he reaches the ethereal stage. Covering of the universe. Yes. Granena gandham rasanena vairasam rupam chadrishtya shvasanam tvachaiva shrotrena chopetya nabho gunatvam pranena chakotim upaiti yogi. The devotee, that yogi, thus surpasses the subtle objects of different senses like aroma by smelling, the palate by tasting, vision by seeing forms, touch by contacting, the vibrations of the air by ethereal identification, and the sense organs by material activities. Sabhuta sukshmendriya sanikarsham manomayam devamayam vikaryam samsadya gatya sahatena yati vijnana tatam guna sanirodham. These are all topics from Upanishads and explained in Vedanta Sutra about this Manomayam, Devamayam, how that jiva goes to all these things. The devotee, thus surpassing the gross and subtle forms of coverings, enters the plane of egoism, and in that status he merges the material modes of nature in this point of neutralization, and thus reaches egoism in goodness. After this, all egoism is merged in the Mahatattva, and he comes to the point of pure self-realization. So here, first, it is in brackets, he merges material modes of nature, here means ignorance and passion, in this point of neutralization, and thus reaches egoism in goodness. But after this, he also merges that egoism into Mahatattva, from where it sprouts out when during the time of creation from Mahatattva, all egoism is coming. So he goes reverse and he comes to the point of pure self-realization, means beyond matter, beyond Prakriti. Tenatmanatmanam upaiti shantam anandam anandamaya vasane etam gatim bhagavatim gato yah savai punarneha vishajatenga. Only the purified soul can attain the perfection of associating with the personality of Godhead in complete bliss and satisfaction in his constitutional state. Here again, Swami Maharaj is interpreting from the pure devotional interpretation. Whoever is able to renovate such devotional perfection is never again attracted by this material world, and he never returns. When you reach Anandamaya Kosha, there are 5 in Upanishads you will find, and Vedanta explained. Annamaya Kosha, of food. Then Pranamaya Kosha, then that prana, then Manomaya Kosha, and then Vijnanamaya Kosha, that is Jiva, and Anandamaya Kosha is Supreme Lord. So here Anandamaya Vasana, when you reach that plane, then you renovate devotional perfection and is never again attracted by this material world, and he never returns. Only the purified soul can attain the perfection of associating with the personality of Godhead in complete bliss and satisfaction in his constitutional state, that is Anandamaya. Whoever is able to renovate such devotional perfection is never again attracted by this material world, and he never returns. This is our target. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kavunai Shravanadi Shuddhachite Koray Udvaya. We have to arouse that eternally perfected devotion, eternally existing devotion to Krishna by the grace of sadhu, and then we can never come back to this world. So tomorrow we will further hear Shukadeva Goswami speaking.